Hello, ninth graders. It's your favorite English teacher. I should be your favorite English teacher. It's 3 years running now. No arguments. All right. I promised you that I would be talking about credibility today, how you can easily incorporate it into your paper. Here we go. All right. Recap. What is ethos? I hope you're taking notes. Take notes. This is a video. Take notes. Paper, pencil, take notes. All right, here we go. Ethos, or the ethical appeal. Ethos, or the ethical appeal, meaning the credibility. It is based on the character, credibility, or reliability of the writer or author. I'm sitting here with my dog Lola, so if I look over here, it's because I'm petting her while I'm talking to you. All right, there are many ways to establish good character and credibility as an author. What are the ways, Mrs. Hendricks? I'm going to tell you. No, stay down. Right now, stay. Okay. All right. First, number one, you are going to only use credible, reliable sources to build your argument, and you're going to cite those sources properly. I mentioned this today in class. Please take it to heart. Don't go to ask.com or ehow.com. You're not going to go to some place where somebody is just reciting somebody else's information. You're going to go to the actual author. How do I do that, Mrs. Hendricks? Wikipedia doesn't even do that. Well, if you scroll down to the bottom of Wikipedia, it lists all the sources that article in Wikipedia actually used. That's what you should be using. That will give you credibility. If you're going to use Wikipedia as a source, it's not going to be as credible because anybody can go in and change anything. You and I can create a page in Wikipedia. You can create a stupid teacher page, the stupidest teacher alive page, and put my name and my photo right there. And you know what? It'll probably stay up there for about 2 weeks and you guys can get a real kick out of it. Okay? But does that mean that it's real? Maybe in your opinion it is, but not really, because I bet you I can come up with stupider teachers than me. Okay? So only use credible, reliable sources to build your argument. Okay? You're going to cite those sources properly. How do you cite sources properly? Remember, we're going to talk about MLA next week. So you're going to cite those sources right now by making sure that you write down the name of the website, the author's name, and the date that you found the website. Now, if you forgot to write down the date of the time that you accessed it, fine, use last week. At least it's within that range, okay? But really, any time you're going to be using sources, you must find the date. Okay, if it's not a book or a magazine, because actually the book or magazine has the date written in it. You need to write down the date you access it. Okay? All right, that's the first one. Credible, reliable sources that you have properly cited. That's the first one. Second one, number 2 on your note taking. Okay? You are going to respect the reader by stating the opposing argument accurately. You're not going to make the opposing argument look stupid. You're not going to make anybody who thinks that opposing argument is correct feel stupid. You're not going to downplay the importance of that opposing argument. You're going to state the opposing position accurately. Okay. Third thing you're going to do is you're going to establish common ground with your audience. How do you do that? Well, most of the time this can be done by acknowledging the same values and beliefs. Today I was talking to Pedro and I was using abortion as an example. And he and I share the same belief about abortion. I know he and I do, because we've talked about it in class before. He and I shared the same belief about abortion. But when we were talking about abortion and how some people can make an argument why abortion may be necessary, That I said, even though you and I share the common belief that about abortion, acknowledging the fact that some people are put in situations in which a baby is not wanted, and we talked about that in class, at least I'm acknowledging that he and I share same values, so he can say, yeah, I can see the opposing viewpoint. Okay? So when you acknowledge somebody's values and beliefs, you are more likely to win them to your side. That establishes credibility. All right. That was the third thing. Establishing common ground, values, and beliefs. All right. Fourth thing. Okay. Disclose why you are interested in this topic. Okay. Or what personal experiences you've had with this topic. If, for instance, I was going to write about why kids with disabilities should be included in every school, I should disclose that I am a mother of a child who has disabilities. You know, I've often talked about my son with disabilities. So if I disclose the fact that I actually have a really big interest in seeing that kids who have disabilities get treated in the same manner that kids who don't have disabilities get treated, I have more credibility. If I try to hide it, then I look like I'm trying to hide things, and then I don't have any credibility. It's all about creating trust with your reader. All right, that was the fourth one. Disclosing things or disclosing personal experiences you've had. Fifth thing, organize your argument in a logical, easy to follow manner. If you're all over the place, people are going to get really frustrated and not want to read you. It looks like, one, you don't care about your subject. Two, you have no idea what you're talking about. If you can't talk about your subject in a logical, easy to follow way, people know you have no idea what you're talking about. Okay? That's just obvious. Okay? All right, last one. I told you this was going to be a very short video. I'm not even in. I'm in 5-6 minutes right now. Okay, last one. Proofread your argument. When you have grammar and spelling mistakes, when you don't conjugate verbs, when you look stupid in your writing, people are much less likely to take you seriously as a writer, and they're not going to listen to your argument. How many times have I posted on Facebook how annoying grammar mistakes are? You know what? I know there are those of you out there that I have taught how to write correctly, like the word a lot, that it's actually 2 words, and you have come into me and you say, but Mrs. Hendricks, people miswrite a lot all the time. I know they do. It's annoying. And once you realize it, you're like, how could they be so stupid? It's so easy, right? Same thing. Somebody's reading your paper and you don't take the time to correct the spelling, correct the grammar, conjugate your verbs. You look like you don't know what you're talking about. Credibility. There are 6 things. Reliable sources. Respect the reader by making sure that the argument is a good one. Establish common ground by acknowledging same values and beliefs. Disclose your interest in the topic if it's appropriate. I mean, if you really have no, like Sophie, when you're writing about the fact that you want to decrease the age for driving in Paraguay, you might want to disclose the fact that you hope by the time you're 16 you can have a driver's license, right? For your own personal benefit. You know, you're 14 or 13. You want to have a driver's license. You see it valuable for yourself as a teenager. Disclose that. There's nothing wrong with disclosing why you think it's valuable for you. Okay? Organize your your argument in a logical, easy to follow way. If you're all over the place, nobody's going to pay any attention because obviously you didn't bother to organize yourself. So what are you trying to say anyway? And it looks like you don't know what you're talking about. And then finally, proofread your argument. Have respect for the people who are reading it, right? Okay, that's it. Isn't that easy? Credibility is easy. I love it, right? Bye.